0 to a. So after all we will get pi by 4 a raised to 5 by 5. So our answer is pi a raised to 5 by 20. Okay, so this is the after the changing the order of after the change of variable from the Cartesian coordinates to polar coordinates, we have evaluate this integration for r and theta. Okay, so now let us look at the PPT here. Then this is the next example of change of variable. Here example number 2 is use the change of variable, then x is equal to u square minus v square and y is equal to 2uv to evaluate the integral double integration over y dA. Here R is the region bounded by the x-axis and the parabolas y square is equal to 4 minus 4x and y square is equal to 4 plus 4x. So this is the region shown in the diagram here. So here this is the some explanation about that example where s is the here s is a square of 0 1 cross 0 1. The most important thing is to compute Jacobian. Here del xy by del uv is equal to we will get x here x is equal to u square minus v square, so del x by del u is equal to 2u and del x by del v is equal to minus 2v, which we have put here. And in the same way del y by del u is equal to 2v and del y by del v is equal to 2u. So after the calculation of 2 by 2 determinant, we will get the Jacobian is 4u square plus 4v square, which is greater than 0. Then we can evaluate it easily. This is the evaluation of del xy by del uv is equal to 4u square plus v square, and this is 2uv du dv, and the limit will be very easily 0 1 and 0 1 because of our question is very clearly u is from 0 to 1 and v is from 0 to 1. So after calculation we will get the answer of this example is equal to 2. Okay, so this is another example of evaluate the double integration. Here the R is the trapezoidal region with vertices 1 0 2 0 0 minus 2 and 0 minus 1. So if we take the change of variable from u is equal to x plus y and v is equal to x minus y, then we need to find the Jacobian, which is del uv by del xy. Okay, so x is equal to 1/2 u plus v and y is equal to 1/2 u minus v. So here del xy by del uv is equal to del x by del u, del x by del v, del y by del u and del y by del v, which is equal to minus 1/2. So this is the all the regions for the x coordinates and y coordinates. There is y is equal to 0, x minus y is equal to 2, x is equal to 0 and x minus y is equal to 1. And from the change of variable we will get u is equal to v, v is equal to 2, u is equal to minus v and v is equal to 1. So this example will change, the region will be changed from xy plane to uv plane in this way as I have shown in the diagram. Okay, so after changing this change of variable we will get v is from 1 to 2 and u is from in the terms of v, which is from minus v to v. So after this all this calculus we will get the integration is from 1 to 2 minus v to v e raised to x plus y upon x minus y, that is u upon e raised to u upon v. Jacobian is 1/2 and du dv. So after all this calculation we will get 1/2 outside of integration and then 1 to 2 and v e raised to u upon v. This is the integration of e raised to u by v with respect to u. So, and then after all the calculation, we will get the answer is 3 by 4 e minus 1 upon e, that means e minus e inverse. Okay, so now I quickly move to the change of variable similarly in the triple integration. Okay, so for the triple integration, if we change from xyz to u v w, then the Jacobian will be del x by del u, del x by del v, del x by del w. In the same way for y and z, and this is the spherical coordinates where x is equal to rho sine phi cos theta, then y is equal to, we can take r is also, but here for the just some change we have changed rho sine phi sine theta, and z is equal to rho cos phi. Then if we calculate the Jacobian for the triple variable change of variable, then Jacobian will be minus rho square sine phi, which is for the spherical coordinates. As for the polar coordinates, when we take x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta, at that time Jacobian is equal to r. Here when we take for the spherical coordinates, then the Jacobian is equal to minus rho square sine phi. Note that the polar coordinates and spherical coordinates both are fixed, so Jacobian will be fixed. For the polar coordinates, Jacobian will be equal to r, and for the spherical coordinates, Jacobian will be equal to minus rho square sine phi. But when we change the variable xy from uv, then as per our changes, we need to calculate the Jacobian in every example. But in this kind of example, this is the our benefit to find Jacobian, which is we can directly put minus rho square sine phi. Okay, so this is some more information about all these things. If we move to the cylindrical coordinates, and then cylindrical coordinates system of point in 3-dimension space represented by the ordered triplet r, theta and z. Here note that r and theta are polar coordinates of the projection of p onto xy plane. So the third coordinate is z is as it is, because in the Cartesian coordinates there is x, y and z. So here we have take r, theta and z, and for the r and theta we know how to change the variables from xy to r and theta. There is Jacobian is r, and here we just changing x and y to r and theta, and we putting z as it is. So it is very quite clear that Jacobian here is as same as Jacobian in polar coordinates, because in polar coordinates we are changing the variables from xy to r and theta, and here we are changing coordinates from x, y, z to r, theta and z. Z is as it is, so we just changing x and y in r and theta, so Jacobian will be same as polar coordinates. So here we will get that the Jacobian is r. Here x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and z is equal to z. So okay, so here Jacobian will be r. Okay, so using this whole example of cylindrical coordinates, r is equal to as the polar coordinates, because just we need to integrate 3 times, first with respect to r, then theta and then z. Otherwise Jacobian will be same, and the procedure to find the limit of r and theta is also same as polar coordinates. So we can fix the limit of r and theta, and z is already given in the example, so we will get the limit of r, theta and z, and we can easily evaluate the question with the help of these cylindrical coordinates. So these are most important topics from the double integration and triple integration, and most importantly we have discussed today the simple example with the given limit. Then we have discussed the example with the in which we have to find the limit after drawing the diagrams, then how to change the order of integration, then how to change the variable for double integration from Cartesian to polar coordinates, and then for spherical coordinates in triple integration and cylindrical coordinates in triple integration. So these are most important methods related to which example frequently asked in the GTU's exam. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. Thank you.